1966. But how much longer will they be playing football in Oakland, California? Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Oakland Raiders. They send Thomas out to the right by himself. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete to open things up. Denard Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. And for this offensive unit that we'll see here in just a second, T.J. Yeldon is certainly someone to mention.
Came out of Alabama with a lot of attention, but earned it. This guy is better and better at a lighter weight. Shifty back who can finish with power.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Out of the gun now on third down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Golden. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Now after the INT, it's Carr. That is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenny Stills, 27 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders.
Here we go now. On there. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They send Thomas out to the right by himself. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Yeldon, the lone running back. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant.
Let's go. Over.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he rifles one incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Here we go. Green, 39.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity. Just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Murray, the lone setback. On second down, here's Carr. It's caught by Clive Walford. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of...
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it. Yes.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. Here's Marquette King now to kick it for Oakland. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jack. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Here we go now. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Out of the gun now on third down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target. And it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
He'll field this at the 5. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will take possession. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And Stills over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 on the pickup there. Good enough for an Oakland first down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
A gain of 4 on the...
That play, he took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And it's 3rd down. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing now is Carr. It's caught on the right side. Williams. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Throwing on first down is Carr, and he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, the coaches mentioned they weren't as concerned about big play offense. They thought they could get some shorter, quicker stuff and be consistent, and that's kind of what they showed there.
What they saw in preparation, what they saw in film, is a defense that likes to get out fast in terms of coverage, meaning they either bail out or they give them a lot of space to throw the underneath stuff, so they decided they'd take advantage of it and worked on it hard in practice this week.
To throw his Carr. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Brief break in the action here. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout.
Hey, we go rally. Rally. All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 18. Hey, we go rally. Rally. All right, here, baby. Alert. Alert.
On first down, Carr. Flushed out right. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there at 22. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision.
And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Derek Carr with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Now Carr throwing on second down. He's got time. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Dante Fowler in there to get him for a loss of 5. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. They go play action for Murray. Now Carr finding time. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. So pass interference on the defense. And Charles, this is a penalty we see all the time.
The offenses know what they're doing. They know how to create great matchups. And defenders, if you're not there in time, they will throw the flag.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Carr now on first down. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's second down. Carr again here on second and 10. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing on first down is Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Clive Walford in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And good starting field position. And hello, I guess Larry's halftime show was buttoned through. And we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, what a move. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, 78 yards. And the silver and black continue to roll. And oh, it's blocked. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Forced out to his left. And a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On second down, here's Carr, rolling to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Fresh set of downs here.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Raiders are going to have a first down. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They go back to Murray on first down. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On play action, it's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And now it's fourth down. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for three. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars getting set to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what are you, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of it. And the Raiders have got him. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. That one goes for 24 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And he drops it incomplete. And they're... Struggles continue here. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. They'll look to throw again. And Robinson with a big catch. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Travis Carey. And his guys are going to have the football. In not great starting field position here for the offense. after the INT. It's Carr throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And now it's second down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one. It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. And it's first and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. Now it's Yeldon. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? You keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
On first down, Murray. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Second down following the run. Shift together here from the D-line. Murray the lone setback. Carr to throw on second down. Deep drop. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, 76 yards. And the Raiders are pouring it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Hey man, lag, this bitch lagging like a motherfucker, man. Lag is fucking killing me, dog.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this.
So, hey, on my mama. So y'all niggas gonna sit here and act like y'all don't see this lag. On my mama. Real talk.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
My shit lagging, man. Y'all gonna sit here. Who watching the game right now?
And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind.
Caleb, so the shit ain't lagging, Caleb.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the
Man,
head
that's
to the
cold
defense.
there, boy.
Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. They'll look to throw.
Man, look at that shit! The fuck, man!
Far too loose with the football here.
Man!
Pick, and it's third down. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They'll set up a throw.
Oh, man, get the fuck out of here, man.
He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's fourth down. Here's Brad Nordman now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man.
They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay.
Hey, I'm telling y'all now, whenever I play Caleb, it's no more broadcasting, dog. I'm lagging like a motherfucker. Fuck that shit. I quit, man. Cause it's fucking ridiculous, man.
Whatever they wanted. That's why their points up on the board.
Nah, nigga, you know it's lagging, nigga. Come on, Caleb, don't play it like that. You ain't see no lag, bro.
Feel like doing out here on the field.
Nigga, cause you got that lag on your side, nigga.
Now Carr, he's going to sling this deep downfield, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender,
I'll let you know when you beat me. You beat me the first two games this season, but this game here was too laggy, bro.
And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now Carr, he's got a man, it's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Same mood as always been. A bunch of fucking losers.
On third down, very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Amari Cooper, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
We ready? Wide and yank. Wide and yank. Come on, baby. Alert. Alert. Come on, baby. Alert. Alert.
Carr going to look to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Aaron Donald in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. One receiver to the left is Cooper. On third and long, it's Carr. And this one is incomplete. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be taken at the 13. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Olivier Vernon in there to get him. And that's sack number 18 for him on the year.
Guaranteed.
Out of the gun now on third down.
Guaranteed.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact.
Gone fishing.
Incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have, and a pass he should have caught.
Cool.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Back to throw here. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Carr now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Carr going to throw here. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And this one is right through. And they're sitting pretty.